Hello and welcome to Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. My name is Adam.
And I'm Sean. Join us as we discuss issues regarding alcohol dependency and addiction.
Follow us on our journey of self-discovery and sobriety.
Listen in as we share the message of hope.
Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Adam.
And I'm Sean.
On tonight's podcast, we're going to be just revisiting some of the things we've gone through these past couple months. We're also going to be talking about forgiveness. And we're going to be sharing some new and exciting things that have been happening in our lives. So how are you doing, Sean?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I've been busy, really busy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, I started that new job.
Nice.
I'm working in a resale store.
That's awesome.
And I am doing pricing in the store, so that's kind of fun.
Nice.
And so I took a full-time job, and I've just been doing that. We've been really busy at work, and
Full-time job. That's been a lot, huh?
yeah, it's hard for me to get used to.
Yeah, the adjustment's different, I'm sure.
Yeah, after not working for a little while, so. But yeah, I've fit right in with everybody, and I like everybody that's there, and we have fun, and it's just great.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I know when I was in active addiction, I couldn't hold down a job, and I'm sure it was probably the same for you.
Well, for me, I've worked. The jobs that I have been always for myself, pretty much for the last many years. So, it didn't really affect me as much as it probably did you.
Right on. I understand that.
Because I was my own boss for a long time.
Right. And it's different being your own boss than having to work for somebody and punching in a clock.
Oh, way different. Yes.
You know, there's a lot more benefits with being the boss, I think. It's good to be the boss.
Sometimes it's a headache too for people if people are calling in and stuff.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the situation with the workplace.
Yeah, it does. We recently went camping. That was awesome.
We did. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I guess it was. It seems like it was longer than that now.
I know, it's because it's been a long week for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We went camping at the local park, campground, and there was hardly anybody there because it's not quite open yet. I think their big day must be like Memorial Day weekend, and from then on, you just can't get into these parks hardly.
It was a lot of fun. But
for this particular weekend, there just was nobody there. There was a few people there, but it was pretty much like we had it to ourselves. And then we had such a good time. We stayed an extra day. And everybody took off on Sunday, so then we really had the park to ourselves.
We did.
There was really nobody around after that.
Yeah, we had a really great time, and that's the wonderful thing about sobriety. You can go camping, and you don't have to drink, and you can have a good time, and that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, definitely. In the old days, it was always, camping always included beer or wine.
It did.
Like that was part of camping. You went to the store and got yourself a case or two, and you had that for the weekend. You put it in the cooler with a big bag of ice and drink it cold, and you sat there and drank all weekend by the campfire.
That's what you did. That was camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we it was, I want to tell a story of we met someone when we were camping, an individual, and they came over, and they were very friendly and they were very nice, but they were drinking, and they had a beer in their hand, and the beer didn't bother me. What bothered me was the smell.
Yeah.
Because I could smell it. And at first it wasn't repulsive to me. It was like, at first it was like, oh, that's beer. Oh, that's alcohol. Oh, that's beer. That's alcohol. Then it became, when my brain flashed like, hey, this is what this is.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what I used to smell like drinking vodka like I did and beer by the gallon.
Well, vodka doesn't have that bad of a smell, I don't think. Isn't that the one that you can drink and people can't
That's
tell?
what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I don't know. So I just wondered what I must have looked like to other people on the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because,
Well, in this particular situation too, I don't know what this. I mean, they were just camping across from us, but this fellow, I don't know if he was a regular drinker or why, if it was just their weekend, and not everybody's an alcoholic, and not
Right.
everybody has to, overindulge. And he may have just been like that, but you smelled the alcohol. I smelled it too, and for me, it repulsed me. I did not find it attractive at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
And it's just because we don't hang around people that drink anymore.
right.
So for that smell, we're never around anybody that drinks. So to smell that smell, it was like, whoa, I know what that is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I knew exactly what it was. Instantly my brain said hello. But it was just a small side note on the alcoholic in me, and he's still there, and no matter what I do, he's not going to go away, and he'll keep lying to me, and he'll keep trying to get his way out and get his own way, but thanks to recovery, that's not going to happen. Not today, not in this 24 hours anyway. So one one major thing that I've really been thinking about, it's been on my heart a lot, is just the topic of forgiveness and recovery. And I think for myself that without forgiveness, there would be no recovery. Forgiveness from other people is huge. Forgiveness for myself. And I had to forgive God too. I was angry at God. Um, I was angry at God over a couple things, and I know that sounds strange that someone could be angry at God, but it's true. And I had to make peace with God. It's only through forgiveness um, that we can find a way out. Unforgiveness kept me angry. It kept me defeated. It kept me alone, and it kept me drinking, and it kept me in a state of shame. And the way that it works is until I forgive myself, no one else can forgive me. But I couldn't forgive myself until God forgave me, and and that was huge in my life. Finding that forgiveness, that with just an ounce of hope, and it changed everything in my life. It changed the trajectory of my life. It definitely changed the very path that I'm on. It changed who I am, and it's continuing to change as I evolve as a person. And it's only through that forgiveness. Forgiveness is the key. Um, I had to forgive myself for many things that I said or did, or ways that I behaved while I was drinking. Um, and the way that I did that is I started following the steps, and I started walking through the steps. And one of the biggest steps was step 7, where we humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. I, without realizing it, I was doing step 7, and came to believe that a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. And behind that, I knew that I had nothing left in me, and there was no more fight. So I was able to find forgiveness, and then slowly through time, I was able to forgive myself for some things. But it wasn't until I was baptized where everything truly changed for me. I don't know. It was a spiritual awakening, a spiritual experience. Everything changed for me. Everything. I got baptized and it just felt like I left everything in the water. Like all the residual pain and the shame and the hurt. It was just left there. And I was able to rise up out of the water and move forward. And within a matter of days, my life was different. My life was changed completely. And it was only through forgiveness that I was able to find that. You know, I had to forgive other people too, because they say that resentments are our number one offender to relapse. When we hold on to a resentment, it's going to lead us back to drinking. You know, I've been there where I've been so angry at someone where it's like, I'll show you, I'll hurt me, and I'll go get drunk. And I got drunk over it. And it will lead me back that way every time. I've followed that path. I've proven it. That's what's going to happen if I hold on to a resentment today. Resentments are like stones. We carry them around in our pockets, and when we get angry, we throw them at people. And I no longer want to live that way. You know, one of the biggest parts of all this is step 8, which is made a list of persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. And that is an ongoing step. That is a step that will continue for the rest of my life. A lot of these steps are that way. They will continue to evolve, and I'll redo them over and over again at different points in my life. And but I'll hold on to, and I'll be able to maintain my recovery. But it's only through forgiveness that I'm able to find anything, you know. And I'm grateful for my life, and I'm grateful for my recovery, and I'm grateful to be where I'm at today. So that's what I have to say about forgiveness. So, but do you have anything to add, Sean?
It, it's kind of twofold because, you can forgive people, but that doesn't mean you have to like them either.
That's true. That's true. But for your own sake, sometimes it's best for your own peace of heart to just forgive them.
Yeah, forgive them and then pretend like they don't exist anymore. That's how I do it.
That's a good way to do it.
Yep.
This has been a good podcast so far, and since we broadcasted last time, we've got some new equipment.
Yeah, I have these great bunny glasses on today that I'm wearing.
I see that.
Aren't I cute?
You are.
Yep, they're little bunny ears on my glasses.
Yeah, I was able to get us some new headphones and a boom arm from Rode, and it works really, really well. And I'm happy to have it. See, it's things like that, little blessings like that. I never would have imagined my life being the way that it is today when I was in active addiction. I couldn't see a way forward. I couldn't see a path. I just thought I was eternally broken, and that the bottom of the barrel was where I belonged. And a lot of that goes back to that unforgiveness. Unforgiveness for myself and for other people. And I'm grateful for our life, Sean. I'm grateful for where we're at today. And we're coming up on 3 years sober. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. And our class is coming up in June too.
That's right. We're going to start taking the peer recovery coach training.
And you want to kind of go in that direction, maybe as a career.
I do. I'd like to become a peer recovery coach and do some work that way, and then go into a treatment center and work. And the thing is that I've got felonies, and I'm not sure whether or not that's going to work out or not. So I have that pebble of fear in my brain that's lying to me all the time. But until I actually go and try and find out for sure, I know that with the peer recovery coach training, that will change a lot, and as far as you know, my references and my prerequisites for the job, and so I'm thankful that we're taking this class because it's really important to me, and I know it's important to you too,
Mm-hmm.
and it's huge. So, but that's about all that's been happening in our world right now, and I think we're going to sign off.
Yep, sounds good. Ready for a fun-filled summer and keep podcasting and working my new job and the class and lots of things coming up in our future.
Lots of good things. Lots of good things coming up. So, well, with that, we're going to sign off. My name is Adam.
And I'm Sean.
Thanks for listening to Stone Soup Recovery Podcast.
Thanks for listening to Stone Soup Recovery Podcast. Feel free to contact us on social media.
You can also find more episodes and contact info at stonesouprecoverypodcast.com.